Good afternoon from the KUOW newsroom. This is Seattle Now. I'm Paige Browning with today's top stories. It's Tuesday, August 11th. Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson says the city's inspector general will examine lapses in information in the wake of a shootout at Seattle Center last month. Amy Radel has more.
City council members today pressed the mayor's staff about a lack of updates after the mass shooting. Hours passed without details on the situation that night. Councilmember Deborah Juarez said today she wanted to understand what went wrong, but Wilson's director of public safety, Allison Holcomb, said those answers would only come after a separate review by the city's Office of Inspector General.
The mayor's office can't answer the questions that you have right now. If we did so, it would be a knee-jerk reaction. We would be rushing to judgment about what really happened, what the facts were, when there were multiple offices and departments that were contributing information that evening.
The council will hold a more comprehensive briefing on September 22nd. The Inspector General's review is expected by December. Amy Radel, KUOW News.
Newly filed court records reveal more details about that Bite of Seattle shooting, including that some youth at the scene had gathered earlier to, quote, clear the air. Esme Jimenez has more.
The records were filed in King County Superior Court in a case unrelated to the Seattle Center shooting. This case involves a 20-year-old defendant who was a friend of junior Nico Simo, the 19-year-old who was killed at the festival. KUOW is not naming the defendant because he has not been charged in connection with the shooting. Through cell phone records, however, police found he was at Seattle Center with Nico Simo that day. The man told police about 10 friends met before the festival to discuss, quote, brotherhood, friendship, and how to conduct themselves. He told officers he did not see who fired the shots. When officers asked if any of his weapons would match the bullets found at the shooting, he was quiet for a long time, but finally said no. His public defender declined to comment but told a judge Tuesday that these are, quote, bare-bones allegations. Esme Jimenez, KUOW News.
A lawsuit's coming in a separate shooting that took the life of a high schooler earlier this year. 17-year-old Travaya Hoffmuse and another student died in a shooting at a Metro bus stop in January near Rainier Beach High. Hoffmuse's family is preparing to sue Seattle Public Schools, according to King 5. They say their son had a required safety plan that should have kept him on campus and ensured that he had a ride home. But they say his transportation home had not come through, and no one told them he was allowed to leave campus. The family claims the school's negligence cost him his life. In fire news, all Spokane County residents who were forced from their homes by the recent wildfires can now go home. Today, Spokane County authorities removed all the evacuation orders, but returning to burn areas can be hazardous, so Spokane Regional Health Officer Frank Velasquez is helping distribute re-entry information to residents.
For homes that have been burned or have significant fire damage, and we know there's a lot of those, the risks are much greater, because you have to think about everything that has burned in the house, around the house. Fire damaged buildings can be unstable structurally, walls, floors, roofs. So just because it may be standing doesn't mean that it's safe.
Officials say firefighters will remain in some neighborhoods as they evaluate properties and do recovery work. More than 20 large wildfires are burning across Washington right now. The fire map is alarming to look at. State Public Lands Commissioner Dave Upthegrove says more than 700,000 acres have burned, and the state's only midway through fire season. He is urging everyone to follow the statewide burn ban.
Don't be the spark that starts the next fire. We've asked a lot of our firefighters this summer, and one thing every one of us can do for them is to help make sure they don't have to fight another fire.
Air quality remains unhealthy in parts of central and eastern Washington. In the Puget Sound region, winds are helping keep the wildfire smoke from being a concern here. But western Washington is forecast to possibly get more smoke Thursday. And for people who want to track it, there's an interactive tool that helps forecast smoke throughout the Northwest. It's part of an ongoing air quality project. Northwest Public Broadcasting's Courtney Flatt explains.
An interactive map from Washington State University predicts air quality conditions over a 3-day period. It's an update to a long-term air quality project. The tools pull data from satellites, meteorologists, and local emissions reports. The interactive map can show where current wildfires are burning. It can also display weather conditions. Jun Min is an assistant professor at WSU. He says something national models might not consider is...
We characterize the vegetation type in our region in more detail because the different trees will emit different things.
Min says the tool doesn't work well on cell phones because of the many pop-up options, but he hopes citizen scientists could use it to figure out long-term air quality trends in their area. I'm Courtney Flatt.
Pivoting to the world of science, what do the military and magic mushrooms have in common? Well, the head of the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs wants to advance psychedelic research. Secretary Doug Collins spoke about it during a recent visit to the Seattle VA. KNKX's Anna Marie Yanni explains.
The VA has been working to expedite psychedelic research following an executive order President Donald Trump issued this spring. At his visit to the VA Puget Sound healthcare system, Secretary Collins says some of that research is happening here, namely testing the psilocybin drug that's in magic mushrooms for treatment-resistant depression.
If it helps, and it's sort of been my philosophy, if it helps one of our veterans, we're going to try.
Collins says he's also working to reduce what he sees as red tape at VA hospitals.
Taking away the stupid stuff that we do a lot of times, like filling out paperwork that nobody else would fill out, doing the questions nobody else would do. Why? Because we got so concerned about protecting ourselves that we forgot about we're taking care of veterans.
Seattle's VA is one of 5 across the country recruiting veterans for the psilocybin trial. I'm Anna Marie Yanni reporting.
And finally today, anybody visiting the Ballard Locks around 5 o'clock yesterday racked up some major PNW points when several orcas made a rare visit, delighting onlookers.
Wow, orcas in the locks. This is literally a sighting of a lifetime. Oh, for sure. I've never even heard of them coming down here. No.
That sound from Perry Erickson Brown, who shared the encounter on Instagram. Photos online show as many as 5 orcas swimming through the locks. Christy Moole, a field biologist and director of Salish Wildlife Watch, says these were transient Biggs killer whales that made their way south from Whidbey Island. A spokesperson for the locks says orcas have been previously spotted in Shilshole Bay, but Monday's the first time in recent memory they've come this close to the spillway dam. Next time on Seattle Now, as Washington state gets drier and wildfires do more damage, homeowners are footing the bill on their insurance premiums.
This uptick we're seeing is due to a combination of the big natural disasters we're starting to face, like these wildfires, and the fact that the cost to rebuild has gone up.
Hear more Wednesday morning. That's all for today from the KUOW newsroom in Seattle. Our producer is Andy Hurst. I'm Paige Browning. Seattle Now and KUOW are members of the NPR network. See ya.